Presented by Listen Headlines. Latest financial news from trusted sources.
February 14. 7 o'clock America, New York. Trial for former Goldman Sachs banker in 1MDB case set to begin. Roger Ng's trial is expected to offer a look at the measures Goldman employees took to reel in lucrative deals with One Malaysia Development Berhad, a state-controlled economic development company. February 14. 7 o'clock America, New York. Digital currencies carry threats as well as promises. The proliferation of new financial technologies calls for better cross-border regulation and supervision. February 14. 6:50 America, New York. Splunk, Blackstone, Neo, Affirm, Lockheed. What to watch when the stock market opens today. Cisco made a takeover offer for Splunk. Lockheed Martin scrapped an acquisition plan. February 14. 6:30 America, New York. Ford and GM, bearers of socialist culture? When you think about it, this is a remarkable news item. Ford and GM have threatened sanctions on their dealers who, because the manufacturers themselves produce fewer cars, charge more to customers than the manufacturer's suggested retail price, MSRP or sticker price. February 14. 6:29 America, New York. Chinese developers sales tumble in January. Global investors have sold off stocks and dollar bonds of numerous Chinese developers on expectations of more defaults, following those of Evergrande and about a half dozen other property firms last year. February 14. 6:02 America, New York. Petrol and diesel prices reach new record high. The price of fuel at the pump has risen, with petrol at 148.02 p a liter and diesel at 151.57 p. February 14. 6 o'clock America, New York. Remittances made to Central America from the U.S. reach record levels. Money sent back by foreign workers helps to prop up economies coping with high unemployment and inflation. February 14. 6 o'clock America, New York. Harvard wants MBAs to learn how to be happy at work. A Harvard Business School course popular in the pandemic is teaching MBAs that to lead a happy team, you first have to learn to be happy yourself. February 14. 5:58 America, New York. How to build American science back better. Competing with China in emerging technologies is crucial, but both houses of Congress have come up with strange ways to do that. February 14. 5:58 America, New York. How to build American science back better. Competing with China in emerging technologies is crucial, but both houses of Congress have come up with strange ways to do that. February 14. 5:39 America, New York. JD Sports and Foot Asylum fined £4.7 million for competition breach. The firms, which once hoped to merge, broke rules over sharing commercially sensitive information. February 14. 5:36 America, New York. Ukraine vows to keep airspace open despite tensions. The country promises financial help for airlines amid fears more will follow KLM and avoid Ukraine. February 14. 5:30 America, New York. DoorDashes to bump up its fees on slow McDonald's restaurants. Orders that aren't filled on time will incur higher commission charges starting next year, as the food delivery app tries to tackle profit obstacles. February 14. 5:30 America, New York. How to inflation-proof your retirement portfolio. There are pros and cons to almost every investment that claims to protect your nest egg from inflation. February 14. 5:30 America, New York. GBP, USD forecast. Bearish GBP bets accumulate ahead of UK CPI. The pound is showing signs of weakness ahead of UK inflation data on Wednesday, while the smart money adds to short positions. What does this mean for GBP, USD? February 14. 5:30 America, New York. Soaring inflation means Britons face biggest fall in real incomes in 30 years. Inflation is galloping ahead of wage growth, a stark illustration of the challenge facing central banks as they try to tame prices without snuffing out recoveries from the pandemic. February 14. 5:30 America, New York. Dry weather in West Africa pushes up cocoa futures. The dry season in the Ivory Coast, by far the world's largest exporter of cocoa beans, has been particularly dry in recent weeks, which has investors betting on a diminished crop and sustained price rises. February 14. 5 o'clock America New York, Peter Thiel, the rights would-be kingmaker. Peter Thiel, one of Donald J. Trump's biggest donors in 2016, has re-emerged as a prime financier of the Make America Great Again movement. Peter Thiel in Manhattan in 2016. February 14. 4:34 America New York, gold price, ZAO, USD, rallies as Russia-Ukraine tensions increase. The price of gold is shrugging off fears of higher interest rates across the globe and is rallying hard on its traditional safe haven status. February 14. 4:19 America New York, speed dating with Xi. China shows off its new friends at Winter Olympics. Beijing touts solidarity with partners such as Moscow in face of US-led diplomatic boycott. February 14. 4 o'clock America New York, Japanese yen outlook. BOJ reaffirms loose policy, bullish case for USD, JPY. The Japanese yen looks exposed from a fundamental point of view, however safe haven allure has allowed USD, JPY upside to remain capped for now. February 14. 3:52 America New York, airfare rises unavoidable, warns Air France KLM. Higher jet fuel costs will push up the cost of travel this year, says the UK boss of Air France KLM. February 14. 3:34 America New York, stock futures edged down amid Ukraine tensions. U.S. stock futures ticked lower as investors monitored tensions on the Ukraine border over fears of a possible Russian invasion. February 14. 2:30 America New York, crude oil prices soar to above $94 on Ukraine tensions, demand optimism. WTI crude oil prices are hovering at fresh 7-year highs as investors mull geopolitical tensions at the Russia-Ukraine border. Prices may be heading towards the $100 mark on demand optimism and sup. February 14. 1 o'clock America New York, euro tanks as Ukraine tensions boosts US dollar. Will EUR/USD go lower? The euro has steadied in Asia today after Friday's volatility saw the US dollar in demand on Ukraine conflict concerns. Where to next for EUR/USD? February 14. 0:47 America New York, Canada-US border crossing reopens after police remove protesters. Authorities make arrests at Ambassador Bridge as Freedom Convey protests continue in Ottawa.